Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Phantom Menace. This is me, once again, Phantom, joined by somebody brand new, never before seen in anywhere in the universe or on TV, Feifel.
Hi, how are you?
You can speak more than that, just so you know, sir. All right. Now, if everything pans out correctly, not plans, but is pans out correctly, we should be talking about The Simpsons. Quite frankly, one of the greatest American sitcoms of all time, going into its 26th season, or just started its 26th season. I'm sorry.
I've seen the show once.
You saw the show once or twice?
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe play a few of the games that it comes out with it.
Oh, there are?
There's a couple of the games. One for your smartphone. The Simpsons tapped out.
Oh, is that what I've been stuck in front of all the time?
Possibly. I think I stole your version of the Simpsons Monopoly. I think it's somewhere in this room, and I'm not quite sure. Oh, wait, there it is. Yes, I do have it.
At least I know where to come play it.
Yeah. So, Feifel, what is it exactly that you like about The Simpsons?
It's pretty much, they're yellow, you know. It's the common color, you know.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay.
No, it's actually the takeoff of the real world and everything that if you're young enough, it's just a cartoon, and if you're old enough, it's a lot more than just a cartoon.
Some fat, old, balding guy who sleeps for 6 hours upon end and watches 24 hours of Monkey Marathon.
On a hammock.
On a hammock. Great. Now I know what to look forward to when I'm 40. Thank you, sir. Bald, yellow, middle-aged. Gotcha. All right. So, one of the greatest things about The Simpsons is that it does depict the real world to a certain extent, and certain people's quote-unquote struggles for it. I think it really depends on your definition of struggle right now. Quite frankly, The Simpsons is one of the greatest TV shows ever because of the franchise rights. It has Legos, it has video games, it has board games, it has games for your phone, it has its own ride at Universal Studios theme park, and it is basically overall just a great thing to make fun of us as human beings. Would you not agree?
I agree.
You would. Thank you so much. Try and add more to it than just saying one or two word answers, please.
No, but he was mentioning about the Simpsons at Universal Studios. I don't know how many of you have ever actually waited online for like 4 hours to get onto it when it pretty much it was 4 hours wait when it first opened.
Yes, we were there. 2 hours before the park opened. In order to get on that ride, which lasted all but 5 minutes for a 4-hour wait. Thank you so much for dragging me there. I appreciate it.
But it is worth waiting and watching the video of The Simpsons go on and on and on, because it actually tells you how the Simpsons ride became the Simpsons ride. Not many people realize what it was, what it is.
What it was Back to the Future.
Exactly.
That's what it was.
Not many people know that and have been on the ride to see all the things that have changed and have similarity in the new ride.
Well, unless you're over the age of 20, you may not even know what Back to the Future is. Unless the Simpsons ride has been out for 5 years now at Universal, give or take.
Probably.
So unless you were at Universal, 6 years or longer ago, you wouldn't even know that Back to the Future was a ride there. They got rid of Jaws to make way for Harry Potter now. Oh, hooray for that one!
I did see a shark there, though.
Oh, I'm sure you did. You should stay away from those people. They're called loan sharks. They're very bad.
But like I was saying before, you gotta wait and watch that whole video.
Or YouTube it. Go ahead.
It's kind of funny.
Just don't go to this place to wait in line. You'll never get out. Just YouTube the video. So.
But.
All right. So
where exactly is the Simpsons' hometown though?
It's in Springfield, didn't you know?
Oh, Springfield. That Springfield one over there, or the other one?
Well, apparently you can get to the Simpsons, Springfield, because Family Guy got there. All right, Peter Griffin and his crew got there with no problem. So apparently they fell asleep while driving, from what I recall during the show. I don't really know that much about it. I mean,
All I remember is a chicken fight.
a chicken fight. No, no, I think Homer and Peter fought each other during that one.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so we're gonna take a moment and talk about a few key figures in The Simpsons. Ones that have been around pretty much since the get go, and we're not just talking about the Simpsons family. We all know Homer, Marge, Lisa, Bart, and Maggie. But we're gonna go into, quite frankly, one of my favorite characters because of how sheer stupid he is, and that is Police Chief Wiggum. And somebody who shall remain nameless may or may not be related to some Police Chief Wiggums. So we're just going to go ahead and ask Feifel, what do you like most about Police Chief Wiggum, sir?
Is it because he knows how to use a gun pretty well?
Yes, yes. I would think that that's probably the main reason why you like Police Chief Wiggum.
Oh, it's the donuts. The nice.
That's Homer.
He likes his donuts, though.
Police Chief Wiggum?
Yeah.
I thought police got away from donuts. They went with croissant. It's more fancy.
It's bagels now.
It's bagels now.
Yes.
Why bagels?
They got a hole in them.
They had a hole in them.
You don't have to shoot it out.
You were shooting your donuts. I mean, like, seriously, were you do you non-police people shoot holes in donuts?
I've never seen it happen.
You've never seen it happen?
No.
Okay.
It's just
You, sir, are quite an interesting individual. Croissants are a no because they don't have a hole, but donuts and bagels are okay because they have a hole. Maybe they like the glory hole. So, now, correct me if I'm wrong. Police Chief Wiggum has actually been around since season 1, correct?
pretty much that I can remember.
Okay.
I can't remember that much.
You can pretty much lay off the non-drugs that you're non-taking, sir. I said non-taking for anybody that may be listening, like the IRS or the CIA or the FBI or National Homeland Security.
And if you are listening, I'd like feedback, please.
Yes, give me feedback. If you are one of those major agencies, leave. Even if you're not from one of those major agencies, just leave me feedback. Now, other than Police Chief Wiggum, first it was him, and then they introduced Lou and Eddie, correct?
Yes,
his sidekicks.
Sidekicks, yes.
All right, so the entire population of Springfield is patrolled by 3 guys.
Yeah, but there was the one episode that they were hiring more people.
And that turned out so well, it lasted 1 episode.
Yeah, Marge tried becoming a cop, and she actually passed.
I vaguely remember that episode.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Marge became a cop and was almost having to arrest that guy she lives with and married and...
We're not name dropping, Homer. I'm sorry, didn't mean to do that. Johnny Depp. Now, of course, if you have police officers, you have to have bad guys. And whereas I could go the obvious route and go with Snake, I'm going to go a little bit more obvious and go with Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, he's gets out of prison often just to have fun, you know.
Just like the Joker and the Penguin, there's really no way to keep people in prison.
He always gets his high-paid escorts and everything.
Nothing wrong with high-paid escorts. As we discussed in my last podcast, sluts are fun.
And talking about that, there was the other one, was it the new slut that was introduced?
The new slut? Which new slut is that one?
Was that Booberella?
Booberella? Oh, yes. You cannot have a Simpsons discussion without mentioning Booberella. Which, if you don't know the Simpsons, who Booberella is based off in the Simpsons universe, then you clearly did not watch my last podcast. Which, shame on you. Now, to go a little bit further, how did the Simpsons exactly get their start?
If I'm not sure exactly, but it was short films.
Okay.
In that, the Tracy show. What was it?
Tracy Ullman show?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just short clips at the beginning and end that everybody loved.
Okay, alright. So, started off as something, meh, not really thinking it'll go anywhere, and apparently it was somewhere for 26 years, 26 seasons. I think they are now up to 550 something episodes.
I've got 80% of them.
And you have 80% of them. You have more than I do. I don't even think I have a percentage of them. Let's see. No, when you with The Simpsons, 550 plus episodes of The Simpsons. We're not talking about The Price is Right or Family Feud or any game show to where you are guaranteed a new episode each and every day. We're talking about 550 episodes to where somebody with no life, in my opinion, but he's making mad amounts of money for it, sits down and says, how many times can Bart get into trouble? And 550 episodes later, we have Bart always getting into trouble. We've lost a few characters. We've lost Miss Krabappel,
Yes.
passed away in the show.
And in real life.
And in real life. The voice for her.
Yeah.
Which was kind of a nice little homage, to her. Why have somebody else continue the voice, when, it's been played by the same person for so long. And then we had Bleeding Gums Murphy,
Yes.
which many people may not remember.
Saxophone.
Lisa's inspiration for the saxophone. And then who else has died in the show?
Ned's wife.
Maud Flanders.
Killed by Homer.
Go figure. Speaking of attempted murders, we had Maggie almost killed Mr. Burns.
Yes.
I'm sure all of us, if we've ever watched The Simpsons in the 90s, we remember that episode.
Who killed Mr. Burns?
Who killed Mr. Burns? Well, it was always misleading because he never actually died. Who else have they lost in the show? Or is that pretty much it right there?
For what I can remember.
550 episodes and only 3 actual deaths. That's not bad. So
But then you have all the people that they bring in every couple weeks. All the
you have the one-time characters like Rodney Dangerfield was
presidents.
Yes, the presidents. Rodney Dangerfield, as I was saying, played Mr. Burns' son for a few episodes. And that was a one-time deal. He's never been back, possibly because he's dead or because in real life there was no need to bring his son back. What other shows that we had on their guest spots?
A lot of the music. Green Day's been on there.
Green Day, Metallica, I think was in one. I don't know if it was the Ramones for that or another TV show, cartoon series. What else has there been? I'm trying to give you leeway to talk about shit, sir. Talk.
There's been a whole bunch of them. Like I was saying, the presidents. I can remember the.
You can go a different way if you want to. You can mention your favorite character. I mentioned mine, Chief Wiggum. Who's your favorite character?
Well, I thought you were talking about my favorite character was Chief Wiggum.
Oh, your favorite character is Chief Wiggum?
He's one of the best.
I thought Ralph was yours because he reminded you so much of me.
No, I don't like burning crayons and killing ants with a magnifying glass and everything.
You don't like your crayon sandwiches?
No.
Oh.
That's in the game. Make them.
There's Simpsons Tapped Out. If you haven't played it, you should give it a shot. It's basically the Simpsons version of the Simpsons version of SimCity in a way, because you build like the iconic stuff and then you can customize how Springfield looks however you want, which is pretty fun with that one. And then there's also, what are you doing on your phone, sir? What if people are watching this? They're going to see that you're on your phone looking up something. That's right, I'm calling you on a national television.
There is Krusty the Clown.
Krusty the Clown. Probably one of the only Jews in the show, right?
Not to mention his father who died.
Oh, that's right. His father passed away recently.
Yes,
but his father was never a major character, though.
He was always in once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while. I mean, that's like me throwing in Bleedy Gums Murphy. It's like, it doesn't really make much of a sense since he wasn't really there often.
But what about all those the bullies and the kids and Bart's friends?
Oh, Jimbo, Nelson, Kearney. Who else is there? Dolph. Dolph. Who the hell names their kid Dolph? What else is there? Stop looking at your phone and start talking into the microphone, sir.
There's a comic book...
Comic book guy. There you go. Comic book guy. That's right. My inspiration in life. Some fat guy who gets to sit on his ass all day long, read comic books, talk about comic books, and like me can be an elitist jerk.
You resemble that remark.
I do resemble that remark. Thank you very much. I work very hard on my girlish fat figure, or my fat girly figure, depending on how you want to, view it. So, but now, sir, let's talk about a little bit more. What exactly got you into The Simpsons? Was it something that was forced upon you by peer pressure, or something that you just basically
No,
went?
I just remember always watching with my brother.
Okay, so family bonding in a way.
Yeah.
I guess there could have been. I guess there is worse things out in the world than The Simpsons.
I couldn't watch the other cartoons on TV.
Yeah,
The one with the rat.
the one with the rat.
It looked like a rat. Stimpy.
Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a chihuahua and a cat. But yeah, we'll go with a rat.
I couldn't watch it, so I didn't watch it.
Why couldn't you watch it?
It's just a show I wasn't allowed to watch.
Well, this wasn't a show you weren't allowed to watch.
I was able to watch The Simpsons, which was kind of
which is kind of funny talking about nowadays. You know how different things are, because The Simpsons have always been considered an adult animated sitcom. Since day one, they got their start, as we said, on the Tracy Ullman show. And your mom and dad, being as strict as that I know them to be, allowed you to watch this show that would corrupt you in every way, shape, and form. Your parents are one of a kind, sir.
they liked watching it too.
Of course, my mom and dad never really gave a crap about it. The only thing that my dad likes from the show is Homer going dough.
And if you ever listen and watch the show in another country, you'll never know it's on. If it's on the TV and you're listening to the TV, you would have no idea you're watching The Simpsons unless you actually watched the picture.
Why?
Because they have no sounding of. It does not sound anything like it. And when they say dough, they say no in the language.
I just wanted to tell you, watch your mouth. You said sounding. That's not allowed to be said on the show unless Mr. Jolly is here. Just so you know.
That sounds like a whole bunch of crap.
It's not a whole bunch of crap. Actually, you know what? Just pay attention to the first podcast to find out what sounding is. Sorry, Mr. Jolly, if you're listening. So, now, that brings up a good question. You are a world traveler. How often do you watch The Simpsons, or how many times have you seen The Simpsons in other languages other than American English?
I will say only once now.
Only once.
Because
was that when you were in Germany or Israel?
Germany.
Okay, so that was just recently too, like a few months ago.
Pretty much.
Wow, I honestly would have thought that with your ESPN for when The Simpsons are on, that this guy may or may not work with felons, and he may or may not force them to watch The Simpsons. Guys, it's 7 o'clock. The Simpsons is on. Everybody go to bed. All right, that for everybody is going to end this brief Simpsons-like podcast for right now. We will have other Simpsons podcasts in the future. But as of right now,
I may or may not be here.
He may or may not be on. I would like to thank Feifel for once again joining me for this brief podcast.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
I dressed up for a reason.
I know. I mean, I don't know why. I told you to dress casual, not not suit and tie and attire right there.
I want to make sure everybody saw me professional.
Okay, well, the camera was off the entire time.
Oh. Hi, everybody. Oh, you can't see me at home. I'm sorry.
Once again, Feifel, thank you for joining us. Everybody, thank you for listening to this brief podcast about The Simpsons, where more will come from. Please like, share, and subscribe to my podcast and my YouTube channel. I would greatly appreciate it.
Can I get a shout out?
Yeah, sure. Shout out whoever you want.
Hi, everybody.
Wow. Great shout out.
Oh.
I'm going to make a shout out to Big Mike, as well as, that's pretty much it for right now. All right, thanks everybody, and thanks Paul for listening to my podcast. You aren't here right now, but I do appreciate it, sir. Please, everybody, once again, like, subscribe, and share.